2024 City of Oshkosh Plan Commission meeting. We're glad you can join us. I do see we have a quorum. I have a few housekeeping items to go over before we begin. Please turn off or silence all personal communication devices. The applicant and members of the public may speak to any item before the Plan Commission when the relevant item to which you wish to speak is called and public comment is opened. Unless an exception is made by the Plan Commission, the following rules will apply. The applicant will be given up to 10 minutes to present any information they wish for the Commission to consider. Thereafter, members of the public will be given up to 5 minutes to address the specific item before the Plan Commission for our consideration. Members of the public may only speak once per called agenda item unless a Plan Commission member requires clarification or wishes to ask you a question. Questions or statements from the audience will not be considered. Only statements from the podium after you've stated your name and address and within the allowed time constraints are taken into consideration. After all community members have had an opportunity to speak on the called agenda item, the applicant will be asked if they have a final statement for the Plan Commission, and then the Commission may take action on that agenda item. The Common Council has adopted rules of decorum for city boards and commissions, including the adoption of a civility pledge. No person shall personally attack a board or commission member, city official, staff, or any other person. No person shall make irrelevant, unduly repetitive, offensive, threatening, slanderous, defamatory, obscene remarks, or act in such a manner as to disrupt or disturb the orderly conduct of the meeting. This includes hand clapping, stomping of feet, whistling, shouting, or other demonstrations. We thank you all for your understanding. Now on to the agenda. Roll call, please.
Ms. Prop?
Here.
Ms. Shireman?
Here.
Mr. Lowenstein?
Here.
Mr. Bowen? Mr. Kulabali?
Here.
Ms. Davy?
Here.
Councilmember Nichols?
Here.
Mr. Ulrich?
Here.
Vice Chair Kiefer? Chairman Perry?
Here.
8 board members present.
Wonderful, thank you. First item is approval of the May 7th, 2024 minutes.
Move to accept as written. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the minutes? All right, I'm seeing none. We can have a voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The minutes are passed. Item number 1, it's a public hearing. Zone change from Suburban Mixed Use District, SMU, to Suburban Mixed Use District with a Planned Development Overlay, SMU with a PD, for properties located at 0 Jackson Street. Russ Young Properties LLC is the owner, Barbara Young and James Darvin is the applicant. Have there been any site inspections of these properties? And add myself as well.
Okay.
All right, I will accept the staff report as part of the record. Please present your summary.
Thank you. So the area included in the zone change request consists of 2 vacant parcels located on the west side of Jackson Street, south of West Snell Road. Surrounding area is mostly commercial uses to the north, south, and east along Jackson Street, and vacant residential uses and residential zoning to the west. The applicant is requesting the zone change to establish a planned development overlay to provide flexibility to the zoning ordinance for redevelopment of the subject property for potential industrial or storage land use, which would be contractor buildings, which would not be permitted in the SMU district, so they would need to have the property rezoned to add that PD overlay to allow them to request a BSM for the prohibited land use. There was a conceptual site plan for the contractor spaces brought to a Plan Commission workshop back in March. The applicant intends to submit for GDP and SIP review at a future date, and it should be noted that this request is specifically for the rezoning of the property and does not include review of any plans or future land use at this time. Staff is supportive of the proposed zone change to include the PD overlay, as it may serve to accommodate future development needs for the site, and it is also beneficial as it will allow for further review of future plans for the site to mitigate any potential impacts on the neighboring residential properties to the west. So with that, staff recommends approval of the zone change with the findings listed in the staff report.
Thank you very much for your report. Plan Commission, do you have any technical questions to staff? Any technical questions to staff? All right, I'm seeing none. We will have, this is a public hearing, so we will open the public hearing and ask if the applicant's here and if they wish to make a statement. Is the applicant here? Okay, they are not here, so are there any members of the public that wish to speak on this particular agenda item? Any members of the public wish to speak on this agenda item? All right, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to close the public hearing. We don't need a closing statement from the applicant since they are not here, so Plan Commission, the action is upon you.
I'll make a motion to adopt the findings and recommendations as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this motion? Any discussion? All right, I see none, so we will have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Prop?
Aye.
Ms. Shireman? Aye. Mr. Lowenstein?
Aye.
Mr. Kulabali?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Mr. Ulrich?
Aye.
Chairman Perry?
Aye.
Motion carried 8-0.
Wonderful, thank you. Item number 2 is a specific implementation plan amendment for signage, facade, and drive-through modifications at 2350 State Road 44. 2350 State Highway 44 LLC is the owner, and Mach 4 Engineering and Surveying LLC is the applicant. Have there been any site inspections? Those are so noted. I will accept the staff report as part of the record. Please present your summary.
Thank you. So the subject site is located on the north side of State Road 44. It contains an existing drive-through restaurant building. It's previously Taco John's and Pizza at 44, and the property is located within the Universal Business Park. Here's a view of the subject site. There are no changes being proposed to the site, with the exception of a drive-through canopy to be placed over the existing drive-through lanes, kind of to the north of the building, and also kiosks under the canopy. Here's a view of the canopy. It will be constructed of pre-finished metal with stone veneer bases to match the existing building facades. And here's an image of the kiosk that will be used for ordering. For signage, the applicant is proposing to remove the existing monument signage, including a 25 square foot EMC and 22 square foot static sign above it. And they have submitted plans for a new 38.5 square foot EMC to be placed on the existing monument sign base. This was brought to a Plan Commission meeting back in April for SIP amendment request. And Plan Commission had recommended that the item be tabled to a future meeting, as the signage requires approval of a variance from the Universal Business Park covenants through GO-EDC. The applicant has since received that variance to the Universal Business Park covenants from GO-EDC for the increased EMC size. Staff is supportive of the increased EMC size, as it will remain under the maximum EMC area for the BP zoning district and has now been approved by GO-EDC. The applicant is also proposing channel letters in the front of the building and cabinet signs on the sides of the building, and a variance to the business park covenants was also approved for those cabinet signs, as they are prohibited in the business park. And all wall signage does meet zoning signage requirements for the BP zoning district. As far as the building facades, the applicant is proposing minimal changes to the building exterior, which include painting portions of the existing building and awnings, and replacing the drive-through window on the west side of the building for a walkout door to the drive-through. Staff is supportive of the proposed building modifications, as they will maintain existing building materials and will not result in reduction of Class 1 materials. So they are maintaining their existing Class 1 percentages. So with that, staff recommends approval of the SIP amendment with the findings and conditions in your staff report.
All right, thank you. Plan Commission, any technical questions for the staff? Any technical questions? Yes.
This is just for my own naivete. The awnings that are going up and the anchors that they're going in, are they also type 1 material, the black awning and the brick facade? Like a previous slide from that, maybe one of the first ones before. Right.
So that's kind of a standalone canopy.
Right, but where they're mounting into, does that count in the necessary class materials?
No, it would not be part of the primary building facade.
Okay. so it doesn't add to or deter from.
It does have those brick pillars, so they are kind of trying to blend in the style.
That's what
with
it looked like in the
primary building.
picture? Okay, but it's not a requirement. Thanks.
Correct.
Any other technical questions? All right, I'm seeing none. We will have public comment here, and I will open the public comment period. Is the applicant here and willing to make a statement?
Yes.
Approach the podium and state your name and address for our records, please.
Good evening, Jeff Peterson. I'm with CR Structures. I'm the general contractor from Appleton. We're working with the Foodies Mediterranean here, and we're doing the interior part already. Now we're just trying to move on to the exterior part, doing everything to satisfy Oshkosh. Brian did a great job of explaining everything, so and then I'm just kind of here to answer questions. And we have our sign person here as well as our civil person as well, if need be.
All right, thank you. Does any other member of the public wish to speak? Any member of the public wish to speak on this agenda item? Plan Commission, do you have any questions? All right, I'm seeing none, so I'm going to close the public comment period. We don't need a closing statement from the applicant, so Commission, the action is upon you.
Motion to adopt the findings and recommendations as stated in the staff report.
Second.
Here we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on this motion? Any discussion? All right, I'm seeing none, so we can have a roll call vote, please.
Ms. Prom?
Aye.
Ms. Shireman?
Aye.
Mr. Lowenstein?
Aye.
Mr. Coulibaly?
Aye.
Ms. Davy?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Mr. Ulrich?
Aye.
Chairman Perry?
Aye.
Carried 8-0.
Wonderful, thank you very much. Last time on the agenda is the planning director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So 2 notes, actually, I have 1 extra one that wasn't originally on the agenda for you. First, we will be canceling the November 5th PC meeting. There's some conflicts with scheduling and rooms and stuff. That's election day, so they do need this room for some of the election activities. Typically, when that happens, we would try to move it to like Monday or Wednesday. However, this room is also already booked for other things on Monday and Wednesday that week. We thought about moving it to Thursday, but that just doesn't give us enough time to turn the documents around for council and necessary for the things to go forward. So we did make the decision to cancel that meeting. Probably have a little bit longer of a meeting on the 2nd November to compensate for it. Second, Mr. Coulibaly, this is his last meeting. He's been on Plan Commission for a little over, 4.5 years. So just wanted to thank you for your time and your service and your expertise being on this board. Anything to say?
Well, it has been a very nice ride and a lot of learning and a pleasure to serve alongside people like you. So thank you very much for the experience. And if it was not for some school commitment, I would have stayed on board, but my next semester schedule doesn't allow. So thank you very much.
We'll miss you.
Thank you, Dr. Cool. All right, last item, adjournment.
Move to adjourn. Second.
Okay, we have a motion second. We have a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned.